I don't know. What about those badminton people, eh? God, dear, oh dear, that's shocking. In my humble opinion, they should have been thrown out of the Olympics, full stop. And I mean the countries. I don't just mean the badminton teams being disqualified. The entire nations should have just, that's it, you're off. Goodbye. You're excluded. That's the finish of your Olympics. You can all push off home. Because that's just the most disgraceful behaviour, and surely it must have been sanctioned from on high. I find it very hard to believe that the individual athletes themselves would have come up with. I mean, they'd have known, because they do these round robins, I suspect, all the time, and they'd have known that if they failed to win, it would make it easier for them to get into the finals or whatever. But I don't think they'd have had the balls, to just go it alone, especially with some of the countries that are involved. There was the Koreas and people like that, weren't there? And I'm not sure that they would do anything without some kind of authority behind it. And don't tell me that the coach was solely responsible. I would suspect most strongly that the top dog, in their Olympic, the head coach or whatever they are, I don't know what they are, whoever's in charge of the entire team going over there, must have been given the nod that that's what they were going to do. I find that hard to believe that's not the case. And in any case, if it blooming well isn't the case, it's an absolute disgrace. That is totally out of the spirit, if you like, of the Olympic Games. Well, it's out of the spirit of any games. I don't matter, Commonwealth Games, it's sport in general. It's just so unsportsman-like, ship, beep, whatever. But it's just, it's just not on, is it? It brings the games into disrepute. It makes a nonsense of that particular sport itself. What kind of example? No, they said, didn't they? There's what? I can't remember what it is. A legacy for a generation or something, and the slogan. I can't remember what it is now, but it's something that implies that these games will leave a lasting memory. An example for which the following generation can live up to. Not too sure that the badminton's going to have done that. It's just disgraceful, absolutely disgraceful. And as far as I'm concerned, and you can write in with your opinions, answers on a postcard. No, seriously, leave a comment. I'd love you to leave a comment. This is what these vlogs are all about. In my opinion, the entire team, everything. I don't mean the badminton team. I mean, if it was, I can't remember exactly the teams they were, but let's say it was Korea. I'm not trying to get into deep water here because I honestly can't remember which one it was. Say it was Korea. The whole lot needs to go home. That's it. That's the end of your Olympic Games. The entire team, off you go. I think it's serious enough for that. I just think it's appalling. To be honest, I don't think there's anything worse that isn't actually against the law, as it were. I mean, obviously, murdering somebody in the middle of the games, or any criminal act is worse. But something that is not a criminal act, I don't think there's anything worse that you could do in a worse violation of the spirit of the Olympiad. Than to do something like that. I just don't think there is, and frankly the punishment should have been send the entire team home, lock, stock and barrel, and strip them of any medals they've already got and pass them down to, so if they had a gold medal it goes down to silver and so on. Strip them of the medals and off you go. That's my opinion. So there. Ta-ra.